again, I already tried filming this video in a dynamic way, but then I watched it back and it was awful. So I'm filming it again. So I guess this is kind of like a precursor to doing a new collection tour, because I've been busy on the eBays. 95% of this stuff is from eBay. Oops. No, like 90%, like 90%. I've also been buying a lot of Agatha Christie books as well, but not really the content for this channel. I just noticed Big and Myers shoes coming off. So I don't really have an order for this. I know what's like the most recent because I did a 6-doll trough wash after they had sat in the trough for like 2 weeks. So my brain is like toilet water at the moment. I don't know what we're functioning on, but it's not energy, because pretty much all I've drank today is like black tea and off-brand cola, and you'd think that I would have more going on, but I don't. So I'm just gonna like pick things up that are around me. We'll start with the stuff that I put on the floor, because otherwise I'm just gonna forget that it's down there. So these are things that I found in person. I was gonna buy some of these on eBay, but I found 2 of them in person. I don't know what they're from. I think they're like, yeah, they're food toys from a Pooh brand, but they're like Yu-Gi-Oh! X Sanrio, and I thought that was like really cute. I was big into Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. Still have my cards. You're actually sitting on a box of them. And I love Sanrio, so I found these, and they were like $1.50 each. And then in the same general area, I found this Gabrielle figurine, and it was the Gabrielle and Hope one. This is from the musical episode, which you'd think was like kind of corny, but because both of Renee and I've noticed damage. Oh no, what's happening? Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Well, you're not going back on that stand. Oh no. Oh, why would you do that? Because Renee and Lucy can sing really well. It's actually a very touching episode. But, and no, I didn't keep Hope. Ew. What? But I think the face melt's really good. And I will turn the camera around so you can see the damage up close. So I knew that this material was going to be bad, but I wasn't expecting the stand to degrade it. It's literally like on the stand. So FYI, if you're collecting Lollipop girls, don't put Millie on her stand, because that's bad times. I don't remember how much I paid for this doll, but it was, oh, your hair's got so much gel in it, ew. It was a reasonable price. And like, she'd been in the box, she'd never been opened, so obviously there's creases all along her arms because this material is awful. Awful. But I was not expecting that. The stand had literally stuck to it and it was like pulling it apart. Ah, dear. Anyway, I think that she is stunning, and I think maybe she's got my favorite face. Something about it is very, very pretty. I actually really like this outfit. I think it's really cute. Somehow forgot that. So that's Millie. Maybe she needs a fashion pack, but they cost so much money. It is easier to find a doll than it is to find a fashion pack for Lollipop girls. Now I'm sad. Speaking of things that need cleaning up though, I only bought part of this. The rest of it is sitting in the other room. But maybe if you had this Trendmaster Star Castle when you were a kid, you know, you'll recognize which one it is. And it came with most of the stuff. It's just old and dirty. So that one needs a big clean. I'd like to sit down and do it for a couple of hours, kind of like task. I put these over here. I'll be right back. This was what I would consider to be an amazing find. It contributes to my Belle army. Pretty sure these are from like 1991. Yeah, 1991 at Disney Classics Beauty and the Beast dolls. And they are almost complete. And they're in a really good condition for their age. And obviously I put the full Beast costume on. Nobody wants to look at Adam. So I'll just set them down. Don't want to ruin anything else, do we? So down here I have a head. So I bought a bunch of clothes because the lot had this specific Fashion Avenue outfit in it. And I got this dress, the tights and the shoes, no bag or shawl, scarf, but Fashion Avenue is so expensive. And this is like my era. So, anyway, this is the screening for Sweet Memories on a different head. So she's got a squarer head and, like, in terms of dimples, basically nothing. So I can't remember if it was the Philippines. I think the Philippines was what was written on her back. Anyway, her neck was completely shattered, so just took her head. Why not? Just doll collector things. Whatever. One of my most recent purchases was 2 junior high dolls. Sunny came with everything. She had a backpack and her socks, but I couldn't get her shoes back on her for her socks, so gave up on the socks. And then Poppy, she's got absolutely terrible rooting, but she's still such a beautiful doll. And I think, like, breaking it down, I paid like $20 for both of them, like, or $20 each. So I thought that was quite good. And I now have an entire Sunny shelf because I've got 4 Sunny dolls, so They all go on the shelf together. No, I've got 5 Sunny dolls and they don't all go on the shelf together. I just remembered Cheers Sunny. I also got another teeny double. I think, again, about $20 each, $22.50 each. I got these 2 LOL twins. Why is there something in your hair? You've been washed. Anyway, very cool. I accidentally lost some of the jewellery down the sinkhole because it was still in the thing that I was washing clothes in, and I didn't see it, potentially because of the colour of the water. Those 2 were actually not bad. It was washing the Beauty and the Beast stuff and also this doll that I found this one in person, surprisingly. Yeah, made some good soup. So this is a very velvet doll on a Teen Skipper body, which is apparently a thing. Not obviously I know Teen Skipper's a thing. I mean the fact that the very velvet doll is on the Teen Skipper body. But when I found her, she was wearing Mel B Scary Spice's doll pants. And I just added this top and shoes. She had another top on, but it was like huge, and I don't know who it goes to. So she was $2.50. So she was the cheapest thing. But yeah, she cleaned up quite nicely. She's from, what, like 1989? No, that was backwards. 1998, 1999, something like that. 1998. I've got a list of dolls that I have. And then we have Miss Winter Break Skylar. So this is my first Skylar doll. I know. How gorgeous is this doll? Whatever. Anyway, I cut the bottom of her shoes off. I love her hair. I love her eye colour. This doll is just so beautiful. And I got a lot of her stuff. I didn't get the snowsuit, but like, whatever. And I did get the snowboard, but I donated it. There's like hair everywhere now. And the last thing is a bit of a nostalgia trip. So I was born in 1989, and sorry, I'm not like we're very working class. And we were very working class when I was younger. So some of the Barbie stuff that I had was from like Off-Brand or like the Red Hill Market, things like that, which is totally fine. Like, if I could get back this red, like, someone homemade Barbie dress that I had when I was younger, but, well, never say never, because this just came up randomly on eBay, and I was like, I know those things. And it is these plastic doll accessories. And I had these, the boots, the glasses, the tennis rackets, the flowery thing, the little like radio, telephone, the suitcase. I know what they feel like, you know. And I don't think that I will open this. I think that I will preserve it. Somebody else preserved it, and I'm going to preserve it, and I'll probably just hang it up, because this is a time capsule, but it's not just a time capsule. It is like preservation of youth. Not to be dramatic or anything. So if you're in America, you can try looking up Petite or Dawn plastic accessories. You'll get very similar stuff to this. This is 50-piece fashion accessories to fit Barbie, PJ, Maddie Mod, Petite, and other 11.5-inch dolls. And it was made in Hong Kong. And I paid almost, actually, I think I paid $50 for that, including shipping. So it was a lot, but it's just one of those things that I had to have. The way that I feel about this small bag of old plastic bits. Like, this is probably years worth of breakdown pollution. But it's contained. So yeah, leading up to the changes that I've made, which are many and varied. You like my hattie fat now? My mum went to Europe. And there's some movements there, and there's some movements over there. Yeah, so there's some changes, there's some rearranging, there's some new stuff, there's some old stuff. If you know how to fix this, please let me know. Whose bright idea was it to use this kind of fabric? Like, I feel like I should probably wash her hair, but I'm terrified to take this off because it's just gonna get worse. But yeah, this is my collection of, I think when I get this probably shouldn't be this close to my face. When I get the energy to clean this up is probably when I will do a new collection tour. Because I have no idea where I'm going to put this Star Castle. Come on, you opened before. We're all thinking it. Pineapple. Anyway. She's got like clothes on underneath, sort of. I think she's got underpants and a top on. There's them. The offensive stand. Look, you can see it. I think the guitar was the first thing I saw, and my brain was like, that's mine. I'm also pretty sure I know what it feels like to chew on these boots. The tights are in perfect condition as well, by the way, for something from the 90s. There's my list. like actual velour. Tumblr circa 7 years ago. And actually also while we're here talking about things from our childhoods, whoop. Look what I found. This is one of those things that I've seen this disc so many times because we would specifically get it at the, they didn't have the whole series, but they had the first disc at the video store, and we would rent this, and I found an entire book. Optimize, terrorize. This is so cool. All right, I should probably go back to work now, shouldn't I? Just shoe back on. Jesus. Thanks for watching. Bye.